Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. June 25th. A two-way street. If we ask, God will certainly forgive our derelictions, but in no case does he render us white as snow and keep us that way without our cooperation. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 65. When I prayed, I used to omit a lot of things for which I needed to be forgiven. I thought that if I didn't mention these things to God, He would never know about them. I did not know that if I had just forgiven myself for some of my past deeds, God would forgive me also. I was always taught to prepare for the journey through life, never realizing till I came to AA, when I honestly became willing to be taught forgiveness and forgiving, that life itself is the journey. The journey of life is a very happy one, as long as I am willing to accept change and responsibility. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, June 25th. In step 6, I become entirely ready for God to remove my defects of character, those roadblocks that keep me stranded, unable to freely travel life's magnificent boulevard. Take, for example, self-pity. The hours I have languished thinking there was nothing in life for me, that I could never make a dream come to reality. To an extent, I was right, for in focusing all my time on self-pity, I was assuring that I would not spend time growing. How could my dreams come true under those conditions? My higher power removes my defects by helping me see them at work, getting in the way of my everyday life. Today, I can recognize self-pity when it creeps into my thinking. I can't wipe out this defect by myself, but I can see it for what it is, a waste of time. Then I can humbly turn to my higher power who gives me joy and confidence to put in its place. Today's reminder: I am not perfect. The character defects I have carried around for so many years will not vanish instantly. But with faith and hope, I can work my way through them one at a time, one day at a time. There is a quote from C.R. Findley, and it reads, God seldom delivers virtues all wrapped in a package and ready for use. Rather, he puts us in situations where by his help we can develop those virtues. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. June 25th. Not just lucky. The process of coming to believe restores us to sanity. The strength to move into action comes from this belief. Basic text, page 25. Coming to believe is a process that stems from personal experience. Each of us has this experience. All addicts who find recovery in NA have solid evidence of a benevolent power acting for good in their lives. Those of us who are recovering today, after all, are the fortunate ones. Many, many addicts die from our disease, never to experience what we have found in Narcotics Anonymous. The process of coming to believe involves a willingness to recognize miracles for what they are. We share the miracle of being here clean, and each of us has other miracles that await only our acknowledgement. How many car accidents or overdoses or other near catastrophes have we survived? Can we look back at our lives and see that we were not just lucky? Our experience in recovery, too, gives us examples of a higher power working for our good. When we can look back at the evidence of a loving higher power acting on our behalf, it becomes possible to trust that this higher power will continue to help us in the future. And trust offers us the strength to move forward. Just for today, my recovery is more than a coincidence. My strength comes from the knowledge that my higher power has never let me down and will continue to guide me. Today, Emotions Anonymous, June 25th. Reflection for today. I will not compare myself to others. In comparing, I become so preoccupied with the effect I produce and what others think of me that I forget who I am. I envy their talent so much I neglect to appreciate and develop my own. God creates only one of a kind and chooses the length of time each of us needs to gain insight and understanding. The insight God gives each one of us will be different because we are different. Meditation for today. May my higher power help me stop playing games with my personality and see my character defects so I can change my negative aspects into positive ones. Today I will remember, don't compare. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. June 25th. Emotional eating. In ACA, relapse can bring a return of self-harming behavior. The behavior can include emotional eating, drug use, compulsive sexual relationships, or other harmful behaviors. BRB, page 391. As children, we were not allowed to feel our feelings. It wasn't safe to say we felt sad, scared, or angry. Ignoring our feelings really hurt us inside. To relieve our pain, many of us turned to an addictive behavior, which for some of us was finding comfort in food. But this emotional eating caused us to gain weight and feel ashamed of our ballooning bodies. Family members and others then made fun of us. It was an unfair cycle. Food comforted us, but that comfort caused even more problems than we originally had. We tried everything we could think of, but nothing worked permanently to stop this cycle. We were crippled with self-hate. The beauty of the ACA program lies in its virtually guaranteed healing of our childhood damage. We find our comfort in the practice of the 12 steps, work that restores our stolen identities. As we recover, decades of stuffed feelings and buried memories emerge. Our higher power helps us handle these emotions and accept ourselves. Our loving parent guides our inner child through each emotion with the gentleness we crave and the dignity we deserve. The affirmation reads, on this day, when powerful emotions surface, I will remember that I have the right tools ready and waiting. I can use the steps, the meetings, and the telephone to help me find true comfort. Please subscribe, like, share, and most of all, be the you that you are created to be. one day at a time. And remember that recovery is possible and that you are not alone.